Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of all-star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look at the next generation of NBA stars. In a game like this where the pressure's off and it's all about having fun, I think we really get an opportunity to see just how skilled these young players are.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to get on top of you if you go behind your back or you try something out of the ordinary. And that means we get to see these young guys pull off some amazing plays in this game every year.
Looking at the starting five for USA. Murray out there with Banchero. Then it's Ivy. Then it's Durham. And it's Mathurin in at the 2-guard.
And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
And finished off by Banchero.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
Top of the key, Giddey. And here's Green outside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. USA leads by 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
On the court for USA, they've got Ivy. Murray out there with Banchero. Then it's Durham. And it's Mathurin in at the 2.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Banchero with the ball. Murphy on him. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
On offense, here's Team World. It's a 3-point game. On the wing, Giddey. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Team World will retain possession. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. With 1 on the clock, it doesn't go for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The Rising Stars game has become such a special part of All-Star Weekend. We couldn't have a better... And it's just about time now for the...
And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game, and that excitement comes out onto the court.
Evan Mobley is out there with Barnes. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Green in at the shooting guard position.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, I think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen.
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
And for USA, Duran out there with Banchero. Then there's Murray. Then it's Ivy. And it's Mathurin in at the 2.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Out of bounds, it'll be USA's ball. Ivy passes to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
The wing jumper off target.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it's USA heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
Green is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Şengün in at center. And Team World making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. Here's Green. Driving inside. And Green slams it in.
A gifted athlete with an explosive first step. Green is at his best when he attacks off the dribble.
At the elbow, Banchero. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Again, USA.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And finished off by Banchero.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
So USA wins it.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to give us years of excitement to come. The future of the NBA is looking very bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for